letting people go soon enough. As soon as I knew, like I trust my instincts more than anything. So as soon as I had a gut feeling that something wasn't right with a cleaner, I should have let them go sooner. And that cost me a couple accounts in the past. And it also kind of dampened some relationships that I had to then rebuild from clients that we had at the time, that just because they liked me and they liked what I provided initially, they didn't want to let me go or the company go. But so if I would have just known that I'm not in the like if you're trying to scale, you're not in the cleaning business, you're in the recruiting business first and foremost. So that's one of the biggest struggles I had as I was scaling the business.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I was just speaking to a new customer's coming on board with us, and he's exactly the opposite. Trying to think where he's based out of now. I think it was Cleveland, but I could be wrong. But anyhow, his thing was he had a lot of workers. He didn't have the custom, the new business going on. So I wonder, is that a geographical thing, or do you think it's just that you're naturally more focused and have that entrepreneurial salesperson demeanor about you, so it becomes easier for you? What are your thoughts on that?
So I do think that location matters. I will not negate that fact. Location does matter. However, if you are if you have the skill set, you can grow anywhere. I'm currently in a small town in Michigan. I got, as I shared with you, we have 4 appointments lined up tomorrow, and I just started cold calling today.
Wow.
Literally today at I think I started calling at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I stopped calling at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 4 appointments set, reached out to 50 different apartment complexes. So I think that location is important, but what's even more important than that is, one, your level of confidence, and two, your ability to talk to people. I also find that most people who get into business are, if you're familiar with the E-Myth, you'll know exactly where I'm going with this, but they're the technicians, right? They're really good at what they do, and they just want to do that very well. I'm not that. I am not that. I'll say that all day. I am a people person. I want to talk with people. I get my high, if you will, from getting a contract. I get my downs once I'm like, I got to fulfill the contract, because that's the part where it's like, okay, now I got to hire somebody, or I got to put somebody into this position, and then I have to train them. And now I'm responsible for quality control, right? Until we find a system and